not since the heyday of a little alien named E.T. has an index finger guided us through an emotional journey like our next guest. He is the maestro of the Magic Wall on CNN and host of Inside Politics 6 days a week there, too. Please welcome the chart throb himself, John King. Hi, John.
Good to see you, Jimmy. How are you?
I love that you're... Are you chained to that wall? Why are you at the wall?
The bastards put super glue on the floor. I'm stuck.
It's kind of comforting to see you there. It's like seeing Han Solo in front of the Millennium Falcon or something.
I'll take that.
How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. It's been an exciting, somewhat exhausting, exhilarating week, and now we're in the... You think you have election week in America. It's normally election night in America. You think you have election week in America and you'll be done. But as you noted last night, there's a crazy guy on the subway platform who's not very good at math, apparently. And here we go.
You're very good at math. Is it daunting to do math on live television?
You know, I went to 6 years of Catholic school, and I always thought the nuns were driving me crazy, and now I owe them a great debt of gratitude.
Yeah.
You don't realize it at the time that it's actually might help you someday.
You feel the sting of that ruler, and suddenly you know how to add everything. Are there counties you will miss after this is done? Are there areas of the country that you've grown fond of, pointing at them for like 8 days in a row now?
Yeah, we can both joke about this and be serious about it at the same time, because this is the gift. This is my 9th presidential election. In my early ones, I traveled all the time. So I've been to most of these places, and I love them. But I'm a map geek because of this, and like Vigo County, Indiana, I'll pop it up for you here. They had, all the way back to 1956, Jimmy. All the way back to 1956, they had picked the presidential winner. The streak is over. Donald Trump carried Vigo County this year, so they're going to need something else for fame now. Maybe they can get the Pence Vice Presidential Library. Maybe we'll go there.
Just what Trump needs to hear. If Trump finds out he won in Vigo County, we're never going to get him out of that White House. That magic wall. Is the wall really magic?
Yes.
It is, okay.
I can't say no. How can I say, well, that would blow up everything?
Whenever I watch you with the wall, I always feel like you're the only one there who knows how to work it. Like, for me, like, I'm the only one at home that can get the television on, so I'm valuable. They keep me around forever. You seem to have mastered that wall. Do you practice? Do you dream about it at night?
Sometimes, true. Fact check, mostly true. Look, we unveiled this technology back in 2008, and we've updated every cycle since. And I think it's become, you know, to the flattery I've received on social media and elsewhere, I'm grateful for that, don't get me wrong. But I think a lot of it is for people in a high-anxiety election. This is like a comfortable pair of slippers. They're used to it. They trust it. I trust it. It's a great tool. It's a great tool. I learn a ton. I've done this, as I said, 9th presidential election. Every night on election night when there's live data flying in, it's red 1 second, it turns to blue. I'm meeting America right here.
I didn't realize how much you loved that wall until just now. You really love that wall. And I will say, I remember when you debuted the Magic Wall, and I remember making a lot of fun of the Magic Wall and having a real good time with the wall. And now, yeah, you're right. The wall has become like somehow the window to the election. And the way you handled it, I have to say, I think you did a great job throughout the whole thing.
Thank you.
It was a very... I think you were aware of what we, the viewers, were going through, and you tortured us so gently, like just releasing these little bits of information. The way you were talking like now, remember, these results are here, or you spoke very succinctly, you spoke very calmingly. It was like you were calming a horse in a lightning storm.
I like the analogy. Look, this was the most difficult election ever because of the different rules, because of the pandemic, right? Some people voted by mail, lots of people did. Some people stood in line and voted early, other people showed up on election day. So what you were seeing was not a mirage. People talked about a red mirage or a blue mirage. It was not a mirage, it was real, but it wasn't contextual, because some states you had the mail-in ballots coming in first, other states just the election day first. So at one point Joe Biden was ahead in Ohio and Texas, and Democrats around the country were like, yeehaw! And I had to tell them, calm down, we're waiting for votes. And that was both, it was fun for me, but I got in trouble for saying it was fun just because this thing teaches me a lot, and I just wanted to tell people, calm down. We're in the early innings, you got to wait till the end.
When you're on the air, are you aware that everyone is posting about you just nonstop all the time?
No, I don't get to see much of it on live television, obviously. Occasionally I'll get a text from one of my siblings abusing me, and that's when I know that there's something going on the internet. But like the first night I got home like 3:30 in the morning, Wednesday morning, and I knew I had to get 2 hours sleep and come right back. But I was just responding to some emails and sending out some emails with questions in the battleground states that hadn't been called. And I could see some of it then, and I realized, number one, it was global. The interest in the election was global. But I think the most gratifying thing was the interest of young people. I have a TikTok fan cam, and I'm on Jimmy Kimmel in the same week. My 9-year-old is going to think I'm cool for about 40 seconds.
I always knew you'd have a TikTok fan club. So, John, on Saturday, they called the election, CNN called it for Joe Biden. Are you a part of that decision? Who makes that decision, if not you?
We have a great team of people on the decision desk. There are green eye shade people. They're fantastic. They spend months studying the data, preparing for the statistics. I'm not part of it. I used to do that in my old job years ago before I switched to television. But I'm out here on live television. I have to do my thing. They're doing theirs, but I trust them. And we knew Saturday morning we were getting close. I never know exactly how close, but we knew we were getting close. And then we had some results come in from Philadelphia in the city, and I'm here doing my thing. And they say, keep going. And I'm like, okay, and I keep going. And then they say, Wolf, Wolf, Wolf. And I turned to Wolf, and there it was, the magic of Wolf Blitzer.
Wolf gets to make the call. You're not allowed to jump in and make the call before Wolf, right?
No, that would be like a mutiny.
Yeah, right, exactly.
They frown on that.
And are you and Wolf privately, like during commercial breaks, going, when are they going to make this call already? We want to go home.
If you were watching, you could see some of that. I would say, I know you're frustrated out there. We're frustrated too. I was not lying. That was not fake news. That was coming right at you. Let's do this. But for a serious point, though, we have a great team. And when I first came to CNN, Wolf was the senior White House correspondent, and I was the new guy. Being in this room with Wolf all that time was actually a hoot. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I don't know if you know this, Wolf looks exactly like my father. I mean, literally. So for me, it's like watching my father call the election. Anyway, I think you did a great job. I enjoyed watching you. Thanks for drawing it out so politely and calmly. And I think you guys did a terrific job. Now go get some sleep and maybe spend a week or so pointing at a cocktail menu or something on the beach somewhere.
I like that idea.
John King, everybody. Inside Politics, weekdays at noon, Sundays at 8 a.m. on CNN. Thanks, John. We'll be back with Maren Morris. If you like that video, then put a ring on it. Click the subscribe button below.